Content warning: this article references graphic sexual themes in addition to other graphic topics including cannibalism. Disgraced actor Armie Hammer has sat down for his first tell-all interview since the allegations leveled against him in 2021. Speaking to Air Mail, Hammer discussed everything from the allegations to the destruction of his career. He also alleged that he was raped at 13, which kicked off a pattern of abuse. He begins by bringing up Effie, the first woman who accused Hammer of rape, by sharing screenshots of the alleged DM conversations she'd had with the actor. Hammer claims that the DMs, which he had since deleted, would prove his innocence, and that his legal team tried to subpoena Meta to release the messages but they did not get a response. "If I still had these messages, I would have been able to put this to bed in 5 seconds, he says. This alleged rape was a scene that was her idea. She planned all of the details out, all the way down to what Starbucks I would see her at, how I would follow her home, how her front door would be open and unlocked and I would come in, and we would engage in what is called a consensual non-consent scene, CNC. He claimed that although he and Effie had sex several times, we only had one scheduled CNC event. He also claimed that Effie introduced him to BDSM. Every single thing was discussed beforehand, he insisted. I have never thrust this on someone unexpectedly. Never. That's a very important part of the BDSM world, he said. The consent. Because you're doing things that are pushing envelopes. You're doing things that are beyond the realm of, let's have missionary sex with the lights off. You have to have that trust. You have to have that vulnerability with someone. You have to have that aspect of I am willingly giving my control over to this person. You know, the submissive partner, is the one who actually has all the power. Always. They're the ones who can say stop at any moment. They're the ones who set the boundaries. He claims Effie wanted him to leave his wife Elizabeth Chambers, and when he refused, she threatened to tell Chambers about their relationship, so Hammer told his wife himself. I don't like who I'm becoming, Hammer says he confessed to his wife. I'm fucked up every single day, all day. I'm miserable, I'm unhappy, and I'm having an affair. And I don't know how to stop any of these things, and I can't do this alone. I need your help, he said. Took it really poorly, which is fair. He shared that he was sexually abused by a youth pastor at the age of 13, which he believes set a dangerous precedent in my life. What that did for me was it introduced sexuality into my life in a way that it was completely out of my control, he recalled. I was powerless in the situation. I had no agency in the situation. My interests then went to, I want to have control in the situation, sexually. Armie Hammer said that his sexual interests became about being in control, because being out of control was very dangerous for me and very uncomfortable. Hammer insisted that he never engaged in non-consensual sex with any of his partners. He acknowledges that the power dynamics were off in his past relationships, but insists that he never engaged in non-consensual sex. I would have these younger women in their mid-20s, and I'm in my 30s. I was a successful actor at the time. They could have been happy to just be with me and would have said yes to things that maybe they wouldn't have said yes to on their own. That's an imbalance of power in the situation, he said. He went on to discuss the downfall he experienced after the allegations were leveled against him. He confirmed the rumors that he is now completely broke. He estimated that between legal fees and acting jobs he lost somewhere between $14 million and $16 million in 2021 alone. My financial status is I am not only broke, I am massively in debt, he said. While he acknowledges that he did get a loan from my family to pay for some legal fees, Hammer says he has not accepted further financial assistance. There was a point in all of this where I had to have a friend help me buy groceries, he says. He also confirmed the rumor that he pondered switching careers to begin selling timeshares. I said, maybe I'll go sell timeshares down in the Cayman Islands, he said. Hammer visited the office of a resort where his friend worked, and watched him pitch to customers. Someone took a video of it, sent it to TMZ, and it blew up. I ended up getting sucked into an immigration investigation because I didn't have a work permit, even though I wasn't on salary, I wasn't making money, I wasn't on payroll, he said. "What can I do?" he said. "It's like, you don't want me to act, but then you're not going to let me have a normal life, either?" He also discussed entering rehab for drug and alcohol abuse at the end of May 2021 and insists that he's a changed person. "I'm now grateful for everything that's happened to me, because, as it says in the 12 and 12, 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, the guidebook of Alcoholics Anonymous, pain is the touchstone of spiritual progress," Hammer said. "I'm now a healthier, happier, more balanced person. I'm able to be there for my kids in a way I never was. I'm able to be there for my dad as he's dying in a way that I would have never been able to be. I'm truly grateful for my life and my recovery and everything. I would not go back and undo everything that's happened to me." He said he accepts full responsibility and doesn't expect to be absolved of blame. "I'm here to own my mistakes, take accountability for the fact that I was an asshole, that I was selfish, that I used people to make me feel better, and when I was done, moved on. And treated people more poorly than they should have been treated," he said. He also accepts that his career may well be over, but he hopes to find a path of redemption like other celebrities who have fallen from grace. There are examples everywhere, Robert Downey Jr. being one of them, of people who went through those things and found redemption through a new path. And that, I feel like, is what's missing in this cancel culture, woke mob business, he said. The minute anyone does anything wrong, they're thrown away. There's no chance for rehabilitation. There's no chance for redemption. Someone makes a mistake, and we throw them away like a broken disposable camera. Robert and others are examples of what it looks like for a human being to experience pain and then growth. And that aspect of it is something that I aspire to. He concluded the interview by saying, "No one will hire me. No one will insure me. I can't get bonded for a project, nothing. And no one will touch me because if they hire me, then they are the people who support abusers. And then they're liable to get cancelled themselves because this fire that is burning itself through town, when they throw someone like me on the fire to protect themselves, what they don't realize is happening is all they're doing is making the fire bigger. And that fire is now out of control and it's going to burn everyone. And they're just continually throwing people on it as sacrifices to protect themselves." Have a read of our full Armie Hammer abuse allegations timeline to